Hello. So I just got back to base from Birmingham Gaming Market. It was a long day, it was a good day. Good result on the pickups, I think. Spent quite a bit, but yeah, got some stuff I was looking for, so I'm happy. I think originally when I got there, as always, I was kind of tentative to make that first buy. So there's a few things I sort of passed up on where I think back, not sure, but all in all, I'm happy. Once I made the first purchase, as always, the floodgates open and you just start buying up. So first thing I bought was Pong. This was something I was looking for. So I paid a £5 for this. It's just a good game. Like I can't even remember where I played this. It might have even been a demo, but it's just quite a cool game on the PS1. So well worth checking out from memory. And the reason I picked this up really was, well, at the higher end of what it's worth, was just because of the condition. Manual, minty. It needs a new case. The one hinge is broken. And then the disc itself is minty, really. I'd say it's minty. So I think £5 for that was pretty good, really. Condition-wise, more than happy with that. Second thing I picked up, so I think it was these two from Rollercore. These were £2 each, which I thought was pretty fair, to be honest. I've only started collecting PS1 in recent sort of years, I suppose. Not long. And I have quite a short list, I guess, of games I'd like, and it's mainly just games that I'm familiar with, really, and I think are cool, obviously. So to add these for £2 each, more than happy. I'm pretty picky, to say the least, with condition on the PS2 stuff, because I know you can find these games in good condition. And I'm same with PS1, but I'd say not as picky. I'm very picky with PS2, so yeah, the manual, mint, really, and then the disc I think was, yeah, it's excellent, really. You can't really fault it. So yeah, Leisure Suit Larry. I don't know these games to play, but obviously I know the games. I think they were first point and click games. What the PS2 version's like, I have no idea, but obviously Tenchu we're all familiar with. I've recently kind of added these to my PS1 list in terms of to pick up. Didn't manage to get them today. I did look for them. I'm looking to pay a tenner for them each, which is kind of a little bit below what they're worth at the minute, but that's what I'm going for. So to add Wrath of Heaven for £2. Again, manual, do you know what I mean? You cannot fault it, really. Disc. I just noticed the disc has a P on it, but maybe I can clean that off. Yeah, the disc is mint, I'd say. Spotless. The P on the disc is you can see it there, or it might be a 9, but I don't know whether I could get that off. It's not really a big deal, so you can barely even see it, but I don't know, it might even be lipstick or something. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what that's written in, but happy with them, more than happy. £2 each, they're really good. Another thing I picked up pretty early on was this. So I just didn't want to pass up on this for £4. The case is a little bit cracked, but yeah, you can see it's a lenticular cover, and it's actually a really nice one. So I'm not really familiar with this. It's NBA, Total NBA 96. It was only £4. And I think the thing that really made me want to buy it was just how good condition the manual and stuff was in. The stickers are there. And then the manual is mint. So unfortunately the disc isn't mint, but it's not bad. It's got a few scratches on it. So there you go. So basically I need to test this disc. And if she works, I don't know. I mean, if you look on eBay, I don't think you can see one with the stickers sold. Obviously it needs a new case. Then it's a bit of a bastard, really, because it's got the NBA sticker there. So it's almost like you know, do you really want to put it in another case? I don't know. This is one of those where I might sell it on for a profit. Maybe I'll just keep it because it's got a cool cover. I don't know. You know, basketball games. The only one I'm really interested in owning at the minute is NBA, I think it's like 96 on the SNES, purely because I had it as a kid. But other than that, I'm not really that bothered. So, yeah, but they are fun, don't get me wrong. So that was great. That was really good for £4, I thought. I think next I got these two, which I was happy with. Manhunt and The Thing. Again, these are just like a couple of the choice PS2 games that I'm looking for. A lot of the games that I like are kind of horror related or quite dark, or I really just like the artwork. So these come under the kind of horror, dark type games. The Thing, I've never played, but I've heard it's pretty good as a game. I paid a tenner for these two. They were listed up at 5 and 6, so he gave me £1 off for the pair, sort of thing. Again, condition was great. You know, the manual was really good. The disc mint. So yeah, I thought that was really good for a £5. Can't remember how much it is in CX. It might be slightly more. And then Manhunt. Obviously, I think the sequel's quite a bit more pricey on, you know, on the PS2. But to pick this up for a £5, the manual. It's like a little leaflet, but yeah, the manual's, you know, pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. And then the disc. There's a sort of light scratching to it, but nothing bad, nothing that would affect gameplay, certainly not. So, very good condition, I would say. Coming to the last few pickups now. So, this was a random pickup, Super Hunchback for £2.50. That was just one that I couldn't leave there. I've already got this boxed. I don't own loads of boxed Game Boy, but this happens to be one of the ones I have. You know, this will be going for sale, but like for £2.50, that's really decent. I could get, I don't know, a little bit more for that. I think I looked on eBay and was like, I could sell that for like, I don't know, £7-8 or something. Surely, like, it's good condition, UKV, so for £2.50, it's a steal. This was from Vintage Gamer, who always do really, really good deals. So thanks again. Basically, they had a shitload of Game Boy games, which I was expecting, so I was looking through all them, and there was lots of good ones. This one seemed to be pretty well priced to my eyes. This was $25, Sensible Soccer boxed. A friend of mine bet he'd sold this for £20, cart only recently, semi-recently, and I looked online, and that's high end. That's very high end for this. It doesn't generally sell for that much, but I thought for £25 boxed, you cannot grumble. Like, you're talking boxed pretty much I mean, I might even keep this, but I don't know. It's one of them. I kind of bought it really more so to sort of recoup cash. You know, I thought I could sell it, but you can see it's actually very good condition. That's going to be a toughie to sell. So you got the manual, mint. You got the cart, which I actually own. You know, I picked this up in recent times. UKV cart, very nice condition. And then you've got that, which has got a bit of damage at the bottom, but it really doesn't matter. I should explain what I did bundle-wise with these. So that was priced at $25. That Rodland was priced at $32. So this isn't a cheap car. If you look on eBay, it's quite pricey. So basically I said, instead of, like, that would come to, what, £57. So I said, we do 45 for the pair. And he said, yeah, it's just very nice of him. So big shout. Basically, Rodland was the car I wanted. I'm almost certain I had this car. It was one of those games that I sold on years ago, and then over the years, I've sort of thought I should have kept that cart. If you didn't know, I collect Game Boy carts. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of seeing myself as I paid about 20 for that, and then 25 for that. So I think that's really good. You know, Rodland's worth, I don't know, 30, 40 probably. I think I did kind of buy these thinking I'd sell that and just keep this, but I don't know. When you get like a really minty Game Boy game, it's always a bit like, well, Why would I sell that? I'm very tempted to keep that, to be honest. I don't tend to let minty Game Boy games out of my sight, to put it lightly. So they were great for 45 for that pair. Then last but certainly not least, some geezer did me a deal on these two, so he kind of gave me 20% off both basically. So Die Hard Trilogy 2 was marked up at 10, so he gave me that for 8. This was a game that I was after purely just as a collector, as in like, because I'm a fan of the original. Nice condition manual. Because I'm a fan of the original, I kind of just was like, I kind of just need the sequel. Like, I think I've had it before and sold it when I was being a bit more ruthless, but now I'm just like, I kind of need the sequel. So disc-wise, the disc's got a few light scratches, but it's generally clean and pretty good. So £8 for that's decent. Like, I'd say value-wise that is 10 really, which was what it was marked up at. The only sort of annoying thing is I need to recase it, but that's the case with a lot of PS1 games, and I always kind of pick stuff up regardless of the case really. I don't even really look at the case. It's kind of more just, I'll recase it, it's fine. Overblood 2, this was marked up at 20 and he gave it me for £16. I suppose in a way I was kind of really just buying this to sort of recoup some of the cash. Overblood's a funny one. I mean, I picked up Overblood 1 very recently and it's currently for sale on eBay. I picked it up from CEX for 15 quid, but as a series I do want these games because, you know, I like the horror games. The Overblood one that I picked up, the condition, I wasn't happy with the condition, so that's why I was kind of selling it on. And this one, I think in a way is similar really. The disc is, I'm not sure how you'd really describe the disc. You know, I've seen discs like this before. It's almost like they have the manual's pretty good. I've seen discs like this before and it's difficult to describe. I don't know whether they've been through like a cleaning machine or what, but they almost look, I guess you'd say misty. They have like a greyish, misty look to them. There you go. Like a misty look. So, yeah, so I don't know. I guess I was kind of buying that to sell on, but it's one of those games that like, I know I'll probably want to put this in my collection at some time. But yeah, that's the pickups. So yeah, I mean, I spent quite a lot, more than I probably usually do. But the weirdest thing about this today was it didn't feel like I did spend a lot. It just like really just added up. I think just like paying 20 quid for a Game Boy cart that's just not something I do. But I just feel that 20 quid for Rodland is a good price. And I think there was a couple of like £5 PS2 games in there which I generally wouldn't do. I generally only pay like 2-3 quid for a PS2 game. But again, because the condition was good and I kind of really did want those games, I was like, you know, grab them. So yeah, in terms of recouping cash, selling things on, I'll have to have a think. There's a few items in there that I potentially sell, but not many, to be honest. There's a lot of nice stuff there. That's it really. Hope you enjoyed the pickups. Yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think of the buys. Obviously if there's any standouts in there, holler at your dog. Hope everyone had a blast in Brum, and we will see you next time.